Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the GM. It is your guy, Boulanger. Up next, Ravens versus Bills 2020 Rewind. Let's talk. Can the Baltimore Ravens benefit from reviewing the film from the 2020 playoff game, divisional round against the Bills? Previously, I said no. But as I began to think about it, as I began to think about our playoffs performance, as I began to think about how different sometimes we look in playoff moments, I wanted to go back and look at that 2020 playoff game. And what I've come to find out by reviewing some of those plays is that the Baltimore Ravens absolutely can benefit from reflecting on that game as they prepare for this Sunday, right? The opponent is the same. The location is the same, but the teams are about 95% different. So what could they learn? Well, I think number one, they could learn to go in and stick to a focus and maintain a mentality, right? Whatever the Baltimore Ravens are going to do as it pertains to a game plan, that's what they need to stick to. When you watch this series of plays,
they use almost half the time. Hand the ball off to Gus Edwards. Edwards breaking a tackle, and they start with a 12-yard gain, with 92 yards per game on the ground. Start with Edwards again, and two good runs right off the rookie running back, number 27. And through the middle, another gaping hole into Bills territory. 5 plays, 4 runs. They get a half dozen. Jackson to the other side, 7 runs, 1 pass on the opening drive. Play action. Jackson under pressure, wrestled down. Long run out about 6 miles an hour. 3rd down and 19. Blitz coming again. The dart over the middle is complete.
What you will see is that the Baltimore Ravens had a mindset and a mentality to come out, establish the run, and play with some toughness, some grit, and some ruggedness. And that's exactly what they did. In fact, if you heard the commentator, he will tell you that 7 of the first 8 plays, the Baltimore Ravens ran the ball, and they ran the ball effectively. Now, a late series sack turned this thing into a field goal attempt.
Sam Cook to put it down. And been working together for years. Well, off the upright.
Now that field goal was missed. So all of that hard work was for nothing, at least in that first series. As this game continued, there was a little bit of back and forth, some catches, some runs, but nothing really happened. Buffalo ends up kicking a field goal and taking the lead. Baltimore has another scoring opportunity where they're driving down the field, and this happens.
Some defenses to put pressure on the passing game.
2nd and 9. Spinning away. Fire sidearm caught wide open. Dobbins along the sideline. A new mirror in there as well. Look out on a bad snap. Jackson scoops it up. Still able to make the play out of bounds. Possession advantage. 3rd and 3. Jackson fires, and that's incomplete. And one hits the upright again.
The field goal is missed, which is the 2nd field goal in this game. You see, the second thing we can learn or take away from that 2020 matchup is take advantage of the opportunities that we create for ourselves. See, when you've driven down the field and you put yourself in scoring position, whether that's 3 points or the potential for 7, you have to capitalize on it. Justin Tucker at that point was the best kicker in the league. And although he struggled in this game, the 2020 game that we're looking at, he's also struggled this season, but he seemed to have corrected it. And so this will be the type of game on Sunday that he will have to be ready, and we would need to take advantage of those scoring opportunities, because here's what happens in a game. You see, when things go well for the Baltimore Ravens, we can gain some momentum and we can get rolling. But sometimes the slightest thing that happens in a game kind of derails us for 2 or 3 series in a row. And that has become problematic, and that will eliminate an opportunity to win this game on Sunday. Let's watch a few more plays.
3rd down and 13. Right at the midfield stripe. Jackson dancing. Gets out of trouble. Looking for the first down. Pass it. But Des Bryant in the game at the bottom of the screen there. Wide to the left. Cowboys 2nd down and 9. Texas caught. This is Snead. 5 runs, 5 passes. Jackson throws. Caught. And still moving is Snead. Good flanking Jackson. Stays in the block. Jackson fires, and that will be intercepted in the end zone by Johnson. Aaron Johnson. And only Jackson can stop him now. Too late to the end zone. Touchdown.
Yeah, what you saw was another scoring drive where the Baltimore Ravens had driven deep into the Buffalo Bills territory, and Lamar Jackson throws a pick 6. Now, whether that was a bad read, a bad route, or a great play, it doesn't really matter. You take another potential 3 points off the board and as much as 7 points off the board, and you give away 7. This game in 2020 really came down to about 4 plays. You had 2 missed field goals, which you saw. You saw the pick 6, and then this play.
Oh, look at this in the snap. Back to the 5, and Jackson just has to fire it away.
Yeah, this play is a self-inflicted wound. A bad snap ends up with Lamar Jackson chasing it down, falling, hitting his head, and he leaves the game. Subsequently, Tyler Huntley comes in. He does okay, but he never can really move this Baltimore Ravens offense into real scoring position, as he had Marquise Hollywood Brown streaking down the field, wide open. If he hits him, it's a touchdown, and game is on. So it really came down to about 4 plays and a lot more missed opportunities. And so I think that if we can take anything from the 2020 matchup is be ourselves. Go into this game and do what we know we have the ability to do. So listen, let me know what you guys think, if any, the Baltimore Ravens can learn from the 2020 matchup with the Buffalo Bills. And stay tuned as we review the Week 4 matchup as well. I'm your guy, Boulanger. This is the GM, and I'm out.